Going, folks. Now, 2 days ago, I have entered this whole 10-cent scheme for Victorian container deposit. Now, obviously, most of the bottles that you get to find and see, it's you collect it as a bag, like a Santa's bag. All right. Now, this is a different one. This is a depot, Epping High Speed Depot. Now, this is not the same as the one on the ones that you get to see, right? Now, obviously, at the beginning, I did not know what is the one, right? Now, my my family who has accumulated two big bags, and I said to myself, why not? Let's give it a try. Now, obviously, I've downloaded an app. I've scanned. There was an outcome like I didn't do my research, for example, right? Now, collection, recycle, earn. Now, this is basically a depot, all right? This is not the one that we mentioned. I'm just going to leave it here, all right? Now, well, obviously, they're going to mention those it has to be 10 cents recycle, X, Y, and Z, plastic, you know, 3 liters, 1 liter, this and that. See, this is good. They tell you what's under 3 liters, flavored milk, puree, coconut water, no problem. Like, tricky ones is wine when are not legible for 10 cents. Now, for 10 cents, this has to be Australian product. It's not just some, basically some international. Now, my family was having, international brands, of course, soy sauce and fish sauce, you name the rest, all right? Not complaining. But it has to mention 10 cents collectible. Now, the funny thing that I use from my experience to use the automated one is the fact that obviously like I didn't read instructions. Obviously, you have to blow from a little bit crushed to more crushed. They have to read the label, and if you don't have a label, they won't accept it, which is bizarre to me. And when I was using the automated one, they were really against Aldi and Costco water. It kept denying. But I found a trick to do it. Essentially, what I'm saying here is that if you use Coles and Woolworths, it'll go through like butter, right? Drinking bottles, Sprite and Coke, no problem. Can as well. But what I'm saying is like, when you think about, X, Y, and Z, it doesn't work that way. Now, obviously, the international brands that doesn't mention 10 cents, it doesn't work. To me, that's just rubbish because essentially I'm supporting Aussie brands that it's being sponsored by international brands like Coke or whatever. And when I receive my voucher, it's through only Coles and Woolworths. Why does it have to be Coles and Woolworths? Why can't it be like Aldi or other places? Or why can't I just use it for cash? I think most people have been telling me to get it on a voucher, but it's very, very centralized process that you can't take it to your local culture grocery stores or like Aldi, a cheaper option, Essentially, this is going back to Coles and Woolworths. Now, the good thing about it is that you can actually donate to Second Bites. But I'm just there, I'm like, do we need to really have to choose would I have to choose? It's Second Bites, and I'm not against Second Bites. Why can't we just have Food Bank, Savos, or other brands as well? It doesn't have to be like that, but it's very controlled environment, or is it just me? Every single collector is only have a few selection or no selection at all, but they have different brands. I hope they have different brands, but from my experience, from a limited information, if it's just Coles and Woolworths and you don't pay Coles and Woolworths, and it's useless. And it takes a long time to go through one by one through the conveyor belt. And to have this option, to have it like, um, high speed, it makes sense. But the ones that I went to, bloody hell, I have to go through, one by one. But the good thing about those machines is like 24/7. But this is the depot is a lot better. But it's a shame that you can't use any of them international brands to put it through. They pay their taxes. They pay GST. I don't see any wrongdoing. But why does it have to be this way?